Toughlovefinance, Toughlovefinance. I came from nothing, taught myself financial literacy. I'm gonna bring you to you knowledge that I give you seek. I'm gonna teach you some financial mixed with literacy. Toughlovefinance, Toughlovefinance. Make sure you like and go subscribe to my channel so you can stay up on that game and all the decisions.
Hey, welcome back, you guys. It's your girl Anna G from Toughlovefinance. Today we have creating a budget. I'm gonna make it very simple, easy. Hopefully you guys understand what it is to create a budget. Now, I've created an example, okay? These aren't my actual numbers, and I'm gonna go step by step on what it takes to create a budget, how it works, and how it will work for you, and how it will benefit you to know exactly what it is that you bring in monthly and how to take control of your money, your finances. So let's get into it. Now I'm gonna show you what it is that I'm gonna be using today. I'm gonna be using a calculator. I have a nice big calculator because I don't do well with little numbers. And I'm gonna be using a blank sheet of paper. What I would recommend for you guys to start is a financial budget journal. There's plenty out there that you could purchase, but it's just as easy as getting an empty journal and going step by step on what I'm gonna do to create a budget. I'm gonna show you what it is. You don't really need to buy something fancy. Now, if you're good with Excel, I would recommend that you implement what I'm gonna be showing you and input that into an Excel spreadsheet that makes it easier for you and will compute automatically. Now, if you're not, I think a journal is easier. For me, at least, I use journal. I carry it with me to remind me to stay on track. So I'm going to show you how that works for me, and hopefully it works for you. Now let's get into it.
Alrighty, so for the video purposes, we're going to be going ahead and make up a number, and these are fake numbers. These are not my real numbers. All right, ready? Where I chose $3,500 because I feel that's an average salary here in Northern California. That's where I'm from. That's more of the norm. Alrighty, so I went ahead and listed the monthly bills one would have. Of course, if yours are different, like I said, this is just an example. Notice that I have created savings and investing as part of my monthly bills so that I pay for them. You know, you want to use that mindset of paying yourself first before you spend and then save and invest. No, you pay yourself first before you start spending, okay? This is why you'll notice savings as part of my monthly bill and investing as part of my monthly bill, because you want to make that a priority. Now, the way you save is totally up to you, however you choose fit. I would recommend that if you do not have 3 to 6 months, but right now the way things are going, I would say 3 months of healthy emergency fund. I would create high savings account. I would shop around for the highest interest rate in my savings account. Don't just go with your bank or whatever you see advertised. Make sure you do your research and find a high interest savings account so we could get that emergency fund at least 3 months up and running for you, so you have that in case of an emergency and it's easy for you to access in case of an emergency. For your investment, I invest in the stock market. So for me, it would go straight into my brokerage account. And I do have a video on investing, so we'll go over different options. The way stocks work with a brokerage account, it's like a bank account, and I would insert that amount, deposit that amount into my brokerage account, and you only spend when you're ready to buy, okay? So that could accumulate until I have enough to buy whatever stock I want to buy. There's plenty of stocks under 100, but you know, you want to also do your research before purchasing stocks. So I like to let my accounts kind of accumulate funds, and then I go shopping. At least that's my form of shopping. I love everything stocks, so I only do index funds, but we'll go into that in the next video. Credit card. Now, you always want to pay more than the minimum balance. For this here, I have 110, and then we'll go into how to pay off your credit cards with your monthly budget. So this is what you have to pay monthly, and it totals to $3,018. So you really don't have much left, but you do have, okay, I'm going to take this paper out. Okay. All right. So as you can see here, this is a total. So what you do, you minus this from the expected income, and at least you have enough to cover all your bills. So you have less than 500 to go into what I like to call sinking funds. Sinking funds are items that you have to pay for it yearly. At least you don't have to if you don't celebrate Christmas, you don't like to take vacations, and you don't care to celebrate birthdays. For most of us, we do have these reoccurring expenses on a yearly basis, and we tend not to save for them. And these are the expenses that normally end up in our credit card. So to avoid debt, a sinking fund, I know some people create cash envelopes. I'm not a cash spender, but I think this is a great idea that you can implement if you would like, or if not, make sure you have a savings account for these. But I think it is easier to have cash envelope, distribute these funds into these envelopes that you could later on, once you create a goal for each envelope, and once you have reached your goal, then you stop feeding that envelope. So it's up to you how you want to distribute those funds. So from what I have left over, I made sure to add to the birthday envelope, the Christmas envelope, the vacation envelope, because I don't care if you're in a debt trying to pay that off journey. I think it's very important that we all take a vacation once a year just to be mentally healthy. I need a vacation. I'm the type of person, I need a vacation once a year at least. If that's all I could do, I would take a vacation that I planned for in advance and I save for in advance. That way you save money and you don't use your credit card. Car maintenance. If you have a car and you commute, I have a really long commute into San Francisco. So car maintenance is really important for me to make sure my car is always running. I get the oil changes when I need to, so I just save up for that. And I have a little envelope for my car maintenance that I keep nice and healthy. Home could be for decorating or fixing, whatever you want to use that category. Some people have pets. I don't have pets, so for me it would be home. I would use that envelope. Anything that has to do with my house. Miscellaneous is what you have left over. When you add the sinking funds up, this is the number that you get, $350. Hope you really like this example. Very kind of out there, but this is normally what budgeting looks like. And if you feel you don't have enough money to do what you want to do, that's why it's really important to have several streams of income and grow this number on an annual basis. Grow your income and don't increase your expenses. If you grow that number and don't increase your expenses, that's going to make a big difference, because you'll have a lot more money to save, a lot more money to invest, and you're going to have money to do what it is that you want to do. The most important thing is that you're growing your net worth, and the way you calculate your net worth would be liabilities versus assets. And if you don't have assets, get you some assets so you could start building your net worth. Okay, we'll definitely get into how to calculate that with an example in my next video.
All right, so I really hope this little demo I had for you guys was helpful and easy for you to understand. Now, there are examples online. I do highly recommend that you check out Budget Mom. She is amazing. She's on YouTube. She has a free Excel sheet that you could download. I'm going to go ahead and link that below so you can check that out. I also recommend a simpler budget like mine from BugieBug, I believe is her name. I'll link a video from her down below. Now, again, find something that works for you. You could do a monthly budget, by paycheck method, which is you budget every time you get paid. Some people get paid once a week. Some people get paid once a month. Really what this is for you to find a way that works for you. As long as you are taking ownership of your expenses and your finances and knowing where it is that you stand, so you leave credit cards alone. If you need to buy something with a credit card, then you can't afford it. You should just stop while you're ahead, pay down your debt, and cancel your credit cards. You know, later on, of course, everybody's different. But if you need a credit card for emergencies, this is what I'm hopefully wanting to show you, that if you save for an emergency fund, if you save for your sinking funds, you will not need to use a credit card. I repeat, you will not need to use a credit card. It's about making a game plan. That's what a budget is. It's a game plan for your money and taking control of what it is that you spend. Because in order for you to create generational wealth and wealth for yourself, you need to take ownership, live below your means. If you need a credit card, you cannot afford that. Remember, if you need a credit card, you cannot afford that item. And honestly, it's not worth paying that high interest rate for whatever it is that you're gonna pay for that's probably not even worth that. So just remember, stay healthy, stay safe, take control of your finances. This is the time. And watch out for my next video. It's going to be on investing. We'll go into further detail on how to invest, the options that are out there for you that you might have not known of, and how easy it is once you create your budget. And you could budget for investing and budget for saving. There's just so much more you could do with your money once you take control and you organize it in a way that works for you. All right, well, that's all I have for you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Make sure you like and go subscribe to my channel so you can stay up on that game and all decisions you handle. Tough Love and Finance.